Hello everybody, it's Adam Miracle once again. I know it's been quite a long time. I'm going to do my review on Hell in a Cell. Now, was this a good pay-per-view? For the most part, it was exciting, and there were some things that I'm gonna actually talk about and get into. Um, the first match on the card was Dolph Ziggler versus Castro, and this was nearly a show stealer in my view. Um, Thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a classic. It was whoever got the two falls won. And Dolph Ziggler won straight, clean sweep, beat Castro. And it was one of the matches I was going to see. I mean, it was really entertaining. I mean, Dolph Ziggler sold his ass off again. Castro, always good in the ring, good technician. Um, yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that match. Um, Not really going to talk about any other matches. The Divas match was nothing to write home about, but it sucked. Um, Now we're going to talk about John Cena versus Randy Orton. Now, this it wasn't a bad match, but I was praying that Randy Orton would win this because I just did not want to see John Cena versus Randy Orton again. I mean John Cena versus Brock Lesnar again. Sorry, just didn't want it. So the match was sort of yeah. There was some good little spots. Randy Orton pulled out some fucking awesome RKO's, very inventive. Carried the match, carried John Cena as most people do. You know my opinion on John Cena. And yet again, he won by doing a. I'm still going to call it the FU fuck it. FU to the top of the road, and Randy Orton got brought to the table for the pinfall. And then as soon as the match was over, John Cena looked like he had nothing wrong with him. He didn't sell any injuries again. He was just got up and he looked fresh and he walked out the ring and I was like, bullshit. That annoyed me. It really fucking annoyed me. Um, it annoyed my girlfriend as well because she was watching it and she was like, she can't stand John Cena either. But then we get into a match that, I mean, I'm a massive Dean Ambrose fan. I've been a Dean Ambrose fan before he was in WWE. Um, Guy's hardcore, man, what can I say? So anyway, he comes down the ring and he's got a kendo stick on his back. And he goes in the ring and he's looking at the top of the cell. And I'm thinking, it just had something special about it. It was like, it reminded me of Mick Foley in Intake a little bit. It reminded me of that. I thought to myself, what's going to happen here? And then he climbs, and before he climbs the cage, he says to the camera, everyone's going to die tonight. We're all going to die tonight. And then he goes to the top of the cage, and it's like, I got goosebumps. I was like, fuck me, man, this is awesome. The crowd didn't seem to appreciate that, which me, I would have, if I'd have been there live, you know, I mean, I would have been going fucking ape shit at this. But, you know, and my girlfriend was like, we were drinking wine and I had some beers, and she was just so excited about it. She was like, Dean Ambrose. She was even shouting Dean Ambrose, you know. It's good when your girlfriend likes wrestling, trust me. Um, so yeah. So then Seth Rollins comes out with the two fucking stooges, Mercury and fucking um, I'm sorry guys, forget his name now. I should know his name. I know. It was Cruiserweight, I know, and it was yes. And, Mickey James was actually his. Anyway, so they all go to the cage. It was. I kept thinking, right, so everyone's going to climb up, but he didn't want to climb up. He was a pussy out. So he sent them to the Stooges up to the top. And as they were climbing up, I thought to myself, someone's going to get hurt here. I honestly, I was like pretty scared that they could go for me. Someone's going to get, you know, injured or something. But they didn't. And then eventually Seth Rollins went up and attacked Dean Ambrose. And then I think if everyone watched it, they actually went through two tables and either side of the ring, other side of the cell, which was shocking. I did actually think that Seth Rollins had actually hurt himself properly. I thought Dean Ambrose might have had been knocked out. Um, but he weren't. Um, and they got the stretchers out, and Dean Ambrose got off the stretcher and went ape shit again. They got the Seth Rollins got him back in the cell, and they locked the doors, and the match began, which was awesome. I was like, well, here we go. Match was good. It was very much more fast paced. There was a table set up in the apron to the south, and Dean Ambrose had a Mick Foley fucking elbow drop from the middle rope to the table. And then Dean Ambrose, even teased Screwdriver, and actually there's no blood again, which I get sometimes. Any blood, I think, but not personal. But at the end of the match, Dean Ambrose got the breeze blocks, and we're just about to do a curb stomp on Seth Rollins, and the lights went out, and he returns. Bray Wyatt returns, which, if it had been any other night that he would return, it would have been on Raw. I would have been happy, but I just wanted Dean Ambrose to have a clean win, finish the feud, because to me it's still not finished. It is now because Dean Ambrose moved on to Bray Wyatt, but I don't think it finished as well as it could have done. But all in all, Hell in a Cell was good. I'm looking forward to Survivor Series. Looking forward to Raw. The next night on Raw, there's not much change. I mean, the Big Show and Mark Henry now are feuding, you know, which is boring shit out of me. Corporate Kane still not doing anything. Sucks. But Bob Mel was a good pay per view. So thanks for listening to me, guys. I mean, I'll check it out on W Network if you haven't already got it, which is $9.99. Um, but anyway, have a good day. I'm going out now. Getting ready to go out. So, got work. So, as always, I will catch you later. Like, subscribe.